Welcome to Crystal's Bread. Today we're going to learn how to make whole wheat cinnamon twist with maple syrup. In order to make this bread, we're going to make a sponge. In a medium bowl, add warm water and dry yeast and mix it really well. And then we're going to add warm buttermilk. If you don't have a buttermilk, you can simply substitute 1 cup of milk and add 1 tablespoon either lemon juice or vinegar. And once you add it on a warm milk, it's gonna curdle. You can see the curds. And then we're gonna add maple syrup. And I already pre-measured the whole wheat flour. And we add that and I mix it really well until it's nice and smooth. If you're using an electric mixer, you can put it on an electric mixer, add them all together and mix it in a medium speed. Paddle attachment until creamy, about 1 minute. And we're going to let it rise in the room temperature for 30 minutes. Meantime, we're going to get all the other ingredients ready. Make sure your eggs been on a room temperature. I like to mix egg before putting in the bread, melted butter, and salt. Mix it really well. And then we're gonna make it nice and smooth mixture. Then add the flour, half a cup at a time. I didn't use ended up using all my flour because the whole wheat husk soaks all the liquid. Once it separates from side of the bowl, then you're gonna bring it on a flat surface and knead it by hand, or if you use an electric mixer, continue to adding until it's nice smooth dough. Then we're gonna put it in a oiled bowl and let it rise in a room temperature from 1.5 hours to 2 hours. Meantime, we're gonna mix a cinnamon smear. In a small bowl, add butter and brown sugar. You can see that I'm struggling in way too small bowl and my butter was a little too hard. So make sure your butter is nice and soft. You can use an electric mixer for this. And then add cinnamon, and now my butter is getting nice and soft. Add cinnamon. If you like cinnamon, you can add more cinnamon. So once cinnamon smear is ready, then we're gonna get the raisin ready. In a small saucepan, bring a boil unsweetened apple juice or water and add raisin. Once start boil, immediately turn it off and take it out and let it sit in a room temperature 15 minutes or so until raisin is plump. We're going to use that raisin water. I'm using cherry juice, that only juice I had in my fridge, which was sweetened, and the result was my bread was a little darker color. You will see it at the end. We're going to use the raisin water later on for the glaze. I'm using parchment paper because this has a butter and this bread, and eventually it will melt, and I don't want it to be too sticky on the bottom, so I'm using parchment paper and pre-shaping it. Now raisins are nice and plump. It's cooled down. I'm going to squeeze it and add cornstarch to make it nice and thick. To do that, also in saucepan, just boil it and mix it. It's going to be nice and sticky glaze. Now the dough is ready. Take it out. So the way I did the cinnamon twist, it might look interesting to you, but you can come up with your own way. Basically, my kids love just the cinnamon twist. They don't like nuts and raisins. So I normally do is just roll it divide it and roll it and just twist it. Since I'm going to show to you how to make raisin and nuts, so this is the way I'm doing is one side I'm gonna put the raisin and nuts together and roll it like a jelly roll and pinch it really well, and I'm gonna keep the pinch side up because that's where the butter and sugar smear gonna spill out. So I'm gonna leave it on top and twist it, and because 9 by 5 was too small for this loaf, so I'm gonna put it next to it and then measure it and then cut the extra one. And I'm gonna pinch the end because that's where it's butter smear's gonna spill out. So the one end is dead end because that's where it's not gonna spill. So the other one is just its plain cinnamon twist, and again the same way you twist it, and they're gonna be extra ones. I'm gonna cut it and combine the 2 cut ones and make another loaf, so that way it's gonna be 3 loaves. Normally I would just one big long and then just divide it into 3. So there we go. This is just the plain cinnamon twist. And let it sit on a room temperature about hour to hour and a half. And make sure to turn on your oven 375, 30 to 40 minutes prior to baking. And put it in the oven first 20 minutes. And then open the oven, don't take out the bread, just kind of slide it in. We're gonna use that glaze and brush it on top. If you don't want this glaze, maybe you can put butter, or you don't have to do this. It just make it look nicer. I haven't done it with the sweetened juice. Unsweetened juice turns really nice because it was sweetened. End result was a little darker, you will notice. And then bake it another 10 to 15 minutes, depends on the color, until it's completely baked. And then we're gonna take it out. There you go, whole wheat cinnamon twist with maple syrup. Yum yum, delicious, beautiful looking. And we're gonna cool it on the rack until it's completely cool. There you go, 3 loaves. Here is the one with nuts and raisins. It smells so good. It's a beautiful twist. The one side you can see the raisins, and here you go. This side with the raisins, this side with the nuts. And more you cut it, the twist gonna keep turning. It's gonna be in, some places the nut's gonna be on bottom or raisin gonna be top. It's gonna be different. And here's just a plain cinnamon. My kids love this one. They're gonna finish it one day. There you go. Now you know how to make whole wheat cinnamon twist with maple syrup. Enjoy it.